And a Francis,
Are they
are they
competitive?
competitive?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
you know
you know
they
they
chose to
chose
come
to come
to
to
school
school
together.
together. Instead
Instead
of,
of,
oh
oh
well,
well,
Francis is
Francis is
there, I'm
there,
gonna
I'm
go
gonna go
somewhere
somewhere
else.
else.
Or
Bingo. Ding, 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 ding. I remember a quote by Clinton Portis. Man, he said, I think it was either Edgerrin James or it was one of the other running backs. Where Clinton Portis said, "Man, I don't know." He said, "You should want to come here." Clinton Portis? Who cares he here? You should still come. Clinton Portis look like, you right, bro. If I think I'm the dude, I'm coming. And the same thing with these offensive linemen. They the top 1 and 2 tackles in the nation. And we're gonna move, we're gonna play left, we're gonna play right. They don't care. They like, I'm gonna be the one that play. And they ain't see that. They didn't shy away from that. So that's nail on the button now.
Francis is
Francis
there,
is
I'm
there, I'm
gonna
gonna
go
go
somewhere
somewhere
else.
else.
That just right there kind of tells
That's an
you
interpretation I
what those
completely
two
see.
guys are about.
That's a
So
great
we're excited. We're
interpretation.
excited to
One
see
of them
those
could
guys
buck.
go at it.
Man, I'm going. They got,
And
man, I
also,
got to
as
do. I'm
well,
gonna start.
we've seen them on the field
I'm gonna
at
start
a
wherever
slightly
I
higher level,
go.
but what has it been in their mentality? What have you seen from
You
them?
know what it is? They've come in, they've kept their mouth shut, they've kept the main thing, which is football. I know in recruiting it's
Kept their
this,
mouth
that, the
shut.
other.
Like, man, I ain't
It
talking
hasn't been. It's been
big
about
talk.
football.
I'm just here to
That's
put in the
what
work, destroy
I
whoever
love to
line
see
up in
that.
front
I
of
also
me.
love to see that they've listened. They've listened to the older guys. They've listened to whoever is going to have to beat somebody up.
Yeah, obviously.
We're not moving anybody because those guys, those.
Good. We're not moving nobody. Who is this uh Zion Nelson guy? Who is this guy? Who is this myth? Zion Nelson has been a myth to me. I remember his first day starting against the Gators. We got destroyed. We should have won the game. But the line got destroyed and we still should have won the game. And they listen, I don't know. I'm speculating here, but I do speculate that Zion Nelson was a project. That's not a speculation. We know it was a project. He was this tall guy that put on this weight and looked like he could be this. I don't know what made him think that he was this tackle. They know a lot. They know the body types. They've seen them. So okay, they said, okay, Zion Nelson, let's get him. He ain't number 240 now. He's six, whatever tight he is. Let's get him. I think some people body doesn't take the weight gain like others. I'm thinking that all that weight was hard for him to adjust to immediately. Your knees, your ankles, different joints that hold that weight up is gonna have a lot of stress and pressure on it now, more than it's normally used to, maybe even more than it's built for. Okay. Just depending on your body type, depending on the thickness of them joints. Some people joints are thicker. That's a science. That's deep. You know what I mean? You can go to the MMA dude, Romero. Man, that dude's so thick. The doctor says eye sockets are just different. Like his just the bone structure. How strong is it? Some people bones are brittle. Some people bones are a little stronger. And I just don't know if the weight gain was a little bit too much for him. And maybe slowly gaining the stability. Maybe the joints are finally catching up. Maybe the other parts of the body is catching up to where he can't take that weight now. So hopefully, the myth, the legend, he raised. Man, I'll let y'all have that, man. It's not a myth. He's not a legend. He's real. But as Crystal Ball say, we not handing
Those
him
guys
this.
are guys that
I'm thinking that all that weight was hard for him to adjust to immediately. Your knees, your ankles, different joints that hold that weight up is going to have a lot of stress and pressure on it now, more than it's normally used to, maybe even more than it's built for. Okay, just depending on your body type, depending on the thickness of them joints. Some people joints are thicker. That's a science. That's deep. You know what I mean? You can go to the MMA dude, Romero. Man, that dude's so thick. The doctor says eye sockets are just different. Like his just the bone structure. You know, how strong is it? Some people bones are brittle. Some people bones are a little stronger. And I just don't know if the weight gain was a little bit too much for him. And maybe slowly gaining the stability. Maybe the joints are finally catching up. Maybe the other parts of the body is catching up to where he can't take that weight now. So hopefully, the myth, the legend, he raised. Man, I'll let y'all have that, man. It's not a myth. He's not a legend. He's real. But as Cristobal say, we're not handing
These
him
guys
this.
are guys that
We're not
coaches
handing
don't
him
move
the job.
anybody, players do.
Players move.
So he's going to have to come in and do it. But those guys, Rivers is, it's funny because no one ever talks about Jalen Rivers, and I think Jalen Rivers is competitive, tough, intelligent.
Y'all talking about this myth, this legend. What about Jalen Rivers that's been here and been playing? What about Jalen Rivers that's been here and been playing? But everybody, Zion Nelson, we haven't seen him. Is he a myth? We've seen Rivers. We've seen how tough Rivers was. I don't know it, PE. I got top pair. You got pocket queens over there on me. Let me test you. I got to see what I'm getting myself into. Pocket queens, king push me right here. Pocket queens, king push me right here. They don't think about this unless they trying to bait me. Yeah, get out of here. Get out of my hand. Get out of my hand. I got a test. I can't give you no free cards to be looking around, seeing. You feel me?
Jalen Rivers is a great player.
All right, Cristobal. You just said you done pulled him enough. You done pulled him enough. Okay, he's a great player. He's a great player. But now you're sounding to me a little bit calculated here. It's like, I'm not saying you're right or wrong, okay? But I'm just figuring out the interpretation here. We gotta dig deep in what. Listen, you just got an A king on me, boy. I'm sorry. You gotta have ace king. I know it looked like a bluff push. I had a king, man, obviously. I had a king, cuz, obviously. All right, let me fold that. Now back to this guy.
And a great player. And if someone wants a left tackle job, they're going to have to come move him. So, and then those.
Okay, he just gave you starter depth chart going into fall camp. Jalen Rivers. He said it. What else can there be to interpret? Not all did he pull him, Jalen. But he said, we gotta. Hold on, let me rewind that. Maybe y'all didn't hear him.
If
Y'all didn't get
Evan
it.
Moose comes in, are you going to move Jalen Rivers? Hey, if this guy, and to me, Jalen Rivers is.
He said Munoz. Is Munoz finna just come here and move Jalen Rivers? Cristobal don't believe it. Mirabal doesn't believe it.
Player, and a great player. And if someone wants a left tackle job, they're going to have to come move him.
Somebody wants a left tackle spot. They're going to have to come and move him. I don't know how you gonna go over a big guy like Jalen Rivers. You heard him pull Jalen Rivers for about 2 minutes. Half of the video, he's been Jalen Rivers. Who gonna move him? You gotta move this guy, he says. That's starter. That's our left tackle. I'm writing the starters down. I'm gonna see if we can interpret the starters based on this whole video here. Jalen Rivers. He said it. I'm out. You got me. He said it. It's no other
So, and
explanation.
then those other guys, Cohen's doing great, and Matt Lee's doing great, and Cooper's doing great, and Malago's doing great, and Sampson's doing great. So now when Zion comes back and he's healthy and he can go compete, then
Must be ain't doing as great as Jalen Rivers. And he gave all them honorable mentions. He named off the rest of the line. But they must be ain't doing as great as Jalen Rivers. You didn't say that none of those guys got to be moved. That's a strong, powerful statement. And you think you're not going to get some information out of these meetings? Listen closely, my friends.
You see it more left or right or
who?
Zion?
Well, he's played more on the left side, so naturally that's where.
See, Mirabal, look, he stiff armed that question. He like, what you mean left, right? He played more on the left, so obviously, stiff armed him.
That's where he fits, but he's going to have to make himself fit now.
See, he back on point though. He's gonna have to make himself fit. And is he moving Jalen Rivers? Is he moving that guy? He just said we have a left tackle, and if they want it, they gotta move this guy. Nelson, the myth, the legend. You're gonna have to make yourself fit. Are you finna move this guy?
Because that's the next best five guys on the field. So everybody, I know media gets caught up in, hey, what's the depth chart? I think that's a joke because.
Hold on. No, Mirabal. No. It's not a joke. No, I'm not going to let you do it to other fans because you just said we got to start left tackle and he got to be moved. So why will you point him out and depth chart is a joke? No.
As an offensive line coach, my job is, so Rivers was a left tackle, Cohen was a left tackle, Cooper was a left tackle, Malago was a left tackle, but they're all playing different spots now, right? Because
that's interesting. They're all left tackles. Somebody gonna have to show their versatility if they want to play, because according to this guy, you're gonna have to move Jalen Rivers, man. And that's a big guy to move. I couldn't do it. I'm going to play running back. DB. I can't move the big guy. Can you move the big guy? Can you move the big guy? Somebody gonna have to slide over to the right, man.
that's your job, right? And it's the same exact thing. If something happens to Matt Lee at center, it's I got to move the next best.
I got to mention this too, because I do think it's still some calculation in him calling out Jalen Rivers. Are you just challenging the guy? Or are you challenging the other guys to say, hey, man, what y'all gonna do? This is the man to start. What y'all gonna do? I ain't got no clue. You got me, Miss Shania. Is he challenging him? Is this real talk?
Cover my butt statement, but it's not.
No, it's not cover your butt statement. Because what you really done is pretty much gave us the starting linemen. The only problem, though, is those 5 left tackles you mentioned. Obviously, they all cannot play left tackle. So now there's a competition for not only the left tackle spot, but for that interior. Who's versatile enough to say, well, hey, if I ain't that left tackle dude, I'm so the best left guard. I am surely the best right guard. Oh, okay, I can play left tackle, right tackle. I am the best tackle on the field, but I'm young, so I move to right and get some experience, which could be the case for a Pancake Honcho and a Samson Nawa. Da, 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 da. I'll try you, bro. Ace King. Even when you pushing it all in, I'm gonna jump with you. But who's gonna do who's gonna get the interior? Oh, I got. Shut up. Bah, hit him in the face. Dollar for knocking him off. Good dollar knock off. Ah, good dollar knock off. Ah, I'm folding. So you not covering your butt, Mirabal. You pretty much let us know. Jalen Richardson left tackle. You know one of these other left tackle won't slide to right. I ain't got the center, but they pretty much labeled him the starter. Lee. You might put Lee at the starting center. We'll get to y'all know the proof in the pudding. They've been jocking him all since he got here. We know Lee as that center. We got to figure out the left guard, and right tackle. Let's see if he gonna.
It's like, wow, man, we just got we're just bigger, and it's a big people game. Big people beat up little people. I mean, it's just the way it is in football.
Big
I mean, I
people
don't want
beat
people to
up
think
little
I'm
people.
advocating bullying, but in football, big
That's
people
why they got a
beat up
weight
big
class,
people.
Mirabal. You're exactly
For
right.
big people to stop big people
You
from
gotta,
moving them. So,
you gotta be politically correct. Big people beat up little people. That's why we got a weight class. That's why we got bantamweight, super flyweight, middleweight, heavyweight.
our wide receivers, Colby Young is a big human being. So and that's something if you watch Coach Cristobal's track record, right? When he was at Alabama, you watch our track.
One more point I want to make. You see how he brings up Colby Young. Now he's a line coach. Why is he talking about a receiver? Why would he mention a receiver? He's an offensive line coach. But it's relative because we're talking about the size of the old line, how big people beat up little people, and how Kobe Young is a big guy, a big fast guy. Okay, one of the molds of a Andre Johnson, Calvin Johnson, mega those type of big guys, 6'3", 6'4", run like a deer, hands strong as I don't know what. That's that guy. And y'all fans been on Highsmith, but oh, what is he? Is he a talent evaluator? Is he did? What does he do? Man, that's old line. That's Highsmith, man. He know dogs. He know who dogs are. He know he know the NFL talent. He's an NFL scout by trade. You don't think that could translate to college? Like, boy, let me go to the mud of the JUCOs and find the dogs. Okay, this little dude named Kurt. When I watch him, he like a straight hood dude that used to be one of the fastest little dude in the hood that could out jump everybody in the hood. He knows the talent. You know, feel me? And Demetrius Freeney. My name Demetrius. Spelled the same way. He spelled it the same way. You know I got right with. I look almost a little bit like the dude when I was young. Straight up, it looked like me. But he probably had that superior speed that I just didn't quite have. I was fast. I wasn't slow, but I didn't have that elite speed. And with you 5'7", You gotta have some elite speed on you, boy. Elite speed on you. And this guy's mentioning Kobe Young. Boy, I called out Rambo in spring. And a lot of people gave me a lot of slack. They said after once the spring game, I remember Rambo had 3, 4, I think it was 5 catches in a row on a drive. Like a 10-yard out, pop, a little poke, pop, another little stopper, pop. And he literally said, give me the ball. I'm going to get us downfield. I don't care who covering me. They can't stop me. I said, boy, Rambo a first round wide receiver we got. Now, he didn't go first round because of the year Miami had. We just had a slightly better year. And we weren't under the stigma. He probably would have got drafted high. But anyway, they chucked it up as us just throwing the ball up against lesser competition. Where no, that man showed me real wide receiver capability. You feel me? And Kobe Young reminds me of that dude with just a little bit more graceful of a stride, in my opinion. Now I don't know if he's gonna be able to just track the ball like Rambo did. Rambo had a knack for tracking the ball and being where he can make the catch at. And I'm gonna see what Kobe Young do. I think him slimming down is gonna help him get to that point. But let me get back to this old line, man.
Track record guys.
Kiki Malagoa. I told y'all that's a first round. He naming the first round potentials we have. Rivers, Kobe Young, Kiko. Okay?
So those guys. So from a physical standpoint, from a physical how we look, but also from a leadership standpoint, completely different. In the state finals game, semifinals, and state finals. So I got to see him live. I don't know what other people might not be seeing, but I know what I'm seeing.
Okay.
And you're talking about he's a big athlete now. He's 6 foot.
And that's another thing you gotta give our coaching staff credit for. They like, man, we not going into these stars and what 247 say, 3 sport, these guys. Who are those guys? They don't know. They didn't been in the mud with us. They don't know who is the player. They don't know who's the dog. Like Alonzo Highsmith. Like, I don't know what they ain't seeing. We know what we seeing. You gotta believe in that type of statement, man. You gotta really know that that means something. I don't know what y'all not seeing. The guy had a wart on the side of his nose. Did he have the cooties? They don't want him to eat. Man, listen, man. Leaving the Italian battle.
Almost 7. He's 342 pounds. He can run. Former basketball kid. Can bend his knees. So I'm excited. I'm
How
really
many
excited.
pounds
I'm
used to
hoping
play
he gets spring
basketball?
practice because he never had it. I firmly believe if he would have been here for spring ball, you guys would be asking me questions about, just like you asked about
Damn,
Moses,
I gotta
and just
call these
rightly so,
pocket
and just like you asked
rockets.
about Samson. He's
Ben
really smart, but I
Wallace.
think he would be an
I had
excellent
to call
conversation, and I
Willa
think he's going to
Barrow.
be by the
Don't want to
time
do
fall
nothing
camp is over.
stupid.
So
Better
I'm
go
really
and get
excited.
that three
I think he
bands
will.
up.
It's just like the depth along the
Flap,
line.
flap.
Like you've seen, like
Get that three
I think
bands
everybody
up.
anticipated like
Flap, flap.
seeing like
Tua,
maybe
can he?
Yeah, it's a
Oh
death
yeah, I think
stroke
he's a
for
guy.
your
I
ass.
think he's a
Flap,
guy
flap.
that
Slap,
provides you
slap.
with position
Get all that
flexibility
money.
where he could play
Get
tackle
all
or
that
guard
money.
because
Slap,
he can
slap.
play tackle because he's long and he's good.
This is a whole different look.
And I think Gary, one of the things that people overlook too is the leadership. The leadership of a Matt Lee. The experience of a Javion Cohen. The leadership of a Jalen Rivers.
I love that. Man, Cohen is the right tackle, man. Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. We got our three. We got three right now. He named them. Jalen Rivers left tackle, Corn right tackle, Lee at center. Those three leaders. Dude from Bama will start at Bama, and he's not going to start on our line? How? Miami fans, how? Look yourself in the eye and be truthful. This guy started at Bama and will start right now at Bama. But that's what the question was. Why did he come to Miami then? That's a red flag. We know the backstory on it, but we ain't going to even talk about that, right? He's the starter. And maybe him and Jalen can interchange that tackle, but them the starters. How? Anybody want to disagree with that and they want a Maui Goa or a pancake? You is out of your mind. Because when them young dudes get in that game with them grown men, some of them grown men, even at Miami of Ohio, they trying to make a name. They trying to make the league. They don't give a damn about no pancake honcho. Young buck. You think they care? Do you think they care? Maui Goa. They don't care. But I will say Maui Goa, them islanders different. They don't care either. They finna fight back. But regardless, this boy could start at Bama. You think one of them young bucks ready to move him? Jalen Rivers, grown man. Them young dudes ain't ready to move him. And Matt Lee, I already said what I said about Matt Lee on the Coach Hayes show. That white boy is amongst some dogs now. Some dogs. He bought that life. He ready to lead through. He finna lead some men. He said he gonna be the toughest on the field, the line. They should be. They the biggest, toughest dude. They should be the bouncers. They should be the guy kicking you out the club, the linemen. They should be the guys. Even we try to go up there and grab them and get your. They supposed to be the toughest dudes on the field. They are supposed to be the toughest, the baddest.
I think if you ask me what the biggest difference is in our room, and I can see it why you would say their size, because they are, but is the leadership. You know,
I want to hear that.
To me from number 55 from Matt Lee.